Where's Sleepwalker come from? Is there like a story behind that? Or?
The story behind Sleepwalker is sort of like we were working on names, and some of the early names that sounded like Sleepwalker weren't quite appropriate enough. And then we started sort of using the moon a lot in some of the bottle and label designs that we were working on. We found that the moon and the name Sleepwalker was it just felt right. And we sort of have been using that as kind of a guiding sort of inspiration along the way for everything that we do. My dad was homebrewing many, many decades ago. That was probably part of it. His beer was pretty good. He made a great Hefeweizen. My friend Matt, who is co-founder of Sleepwalker Spirits Ale as well, he's a great brewer. And I don't know, he sort of got me into it when I lived in Boston. I used to go to some breweries with some friends. And that was sort of inspirational. I would say that probably my co-founder was the most inspiration because we started getting really serious about opening a distillery, and that sort of blossomed into opening a distillery and a brewery. But I would say one thing that's really cool about Matt and I is that we're well versed in lots of different brewing styles. So we've spent an incredible amount of time learning how to brew Belgians. We've spent a lot of time learning how to make great stouts, porters, dark black beer, black lager. I think that every beer that we make, we just take it really seriously. We don't want our beer to taste thin. We want it to be robust, and we want it to be competitive, not just locally. There are some great breweries here in Lansing and around Lansing as well. But our goal is to compete on a world market and a world stage, and we think that we're well on our way. We're currently fermenting in these plastic buckets, and within 4 to 6 months, we hope that these plastic buckets are going to magically turn into 7-barrel stainless steel fermenters in a location very close to where we are right now. Well, right now in my fridge, I have some Cerveza de la Luna, which is sort of our light lager, and it's a take on those sort of Mexican German beers that are so fun to drink in the summertime, especially here in Michigan. The Imperial Chocolate Coffee Vanilla Bean Stout is really delicious. It's a big beer to make. I really wish I knew. The Rio Town IPA is a new beer that we just came up with for our friends at the Rio Town Pub and in Rio Town. It's the recipes are coming quickly right now, so it's really hard for me to sort of tell you which one is my favorite. We also have a Belgian that we make. We make pumpkin beer in the fall. We have some seasonal beers that are delicious. So I wish I could tell you. This is sort of like people asking me what's my favorite song to sing because I'm a musician by trade. I look at them like they're crazy because I do like a lot of the songs, genuinely like them, and I don't have a favorite. I truly enjoy tons of the beer that Matt makes, tons of the beer that I make, tons of the suggestions that we get from our current investors and even just our fans that come in and purchase our beer. And I don't think we're very well contained just doing one or two things. I think that most people who know us, especially over the last year and a half, know that we're kind of brewing from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other. And even now, we have this beer, Cerveza de la Luna. That's crazy. Why would we make like a Mexican lager? Because they're delicious. That's why. My name is Jeremy Sprague. I'm co-founder of Sleepwalker Spirits Ale.